So in thinking about what I wanted to say about Arend after 20 years together, I think, as friends, a number of things came to mind. Many of them embarrassing. Also many moments where Arend's displayed his selfless heart. I think if there's one thing that Arend's always been good at is being selfless. One story in particular comes to mind from when we were both 19-ish. Arend and I both dreamed of illustrious careers in academia, so we needed to pay for that. So in order to do so, we went up north tree planting. Eddie was one of our partners up there, and so was Justice. That was a heck of a time. We thought spring and summer tree planting would make a lot of sense, making some quick cash. One of us made money that season. The other one paid, well, he paid to be there. Let's just say I made money. One of us had a lot of attention to detail. He had some skill or some patience, and definitely a niche of perfection. And that wasn't me either. It was at the end of this long and tiring tree planting season and adventure that Arend and I were more than ready to get back home to Kelowna. We'd finished a long 12-hour workday at least, and we're excited to hit the road home. I'm not too sure whose brilliant idea it was to make that 12-hour drive home in the dead of the night, but that's what we did. Arend's the idea guy, we'll just leave it at that. We decided the safest thing to do was to drive in rotations so that one of us could catch some shut-eye between some shifts. Arend had fully stocked up on his choice cola. I can't remember which it was. It could have been Pepsi, could have been Coke. And his favorite Weezer album he had cranked at full blast with the windows down. We made it a few hours in the drive. Arend had noticed that I was fast asleep in the passenger side, and him being the giving, caring guy that he is, he didn't want to wake me. Interestingly enough, that didn't work out so well. It was at the bottom of an embankment that I finally woke up, and on a Honda Civic that now looked like a Mini Cooper. It was no longer what we started the day at. Unknown to Arend, he had tried to start the car as it was sitting there. He swears he wasn't doing that, but he was. He noticed quickly as I was sitting there bawling, crying for my mother, that my arm was stuck in this trap door, and Arend, not caring about whatever injuries he had, kicked his way through the windshield and climbed over to me and pulled my arm free. Free from the car, we made our way up to the highway, and we're taken to what should have been the nearest hospital, but in fact we went the other direction. Arend's not so good at directions, as we've heard. As Arend and I were waiting for our very worried parents, I'm sorry, Yannicka, for the story, we were greeted by the most friendly RCMP officer from, I don't know where he was from, Williams Lake or something. Arend, of course, recounted the story exactly how he remembered it, and for his honesty, the officer rewarded him with a $300 ticket for out driving without due care and attention, and of course, a few extra points for good measure on his driver's license. Sometime later, we were getting our insurance situation sorted out, and I myself had a wedding to plan. And I asked Arend if he'd pony up and help me finance my wedding. Turned out I did that through insurance, and that was really helpful. Through the next 8 years, Arend financed my wedding. It was great. There's a few things I've learned about Arend over the years, through this and many other situations, all of them that are going to benefit him and Tamara's relationship as they go forward. Arend is slow to anger. In a challenging situation, building these tents was one of them for sure. He's even-tempered. He's honest, often to a fault. He's kind and he's generous. I'm more than proud to call Arend a friend, and I'm certain that these and other great qualities will make him an amazing husband and a father one day. Eddie?
So Arend is my cousin, and I've had the privilege of growing up in the same city, and we spent probably every Sunday, it seemed like my whole childhood into my junior high years and high school years. it's been great. As Tyler said, every one of those characteristics is absolutely true, 100%. And it's been a real joy to have Arend as a cousin, but as a friend. And I thought I knew Arend pretty well, but then he started dating Tamara. And then I saw a side of him that I hadn't seen before, and it was this romantic side that's willing to go the extra mile. Whether it's showing up at the airport dressed as a chauffeur with flowers and a sign ready to greet her, whether it was signing up for a marathon after, one date, a training run, and running a full marathon beside her, or the overly elaborate proposal that was just, every detail was planned out. And it was just this eye for romanticism that I hadn't seen before. And at first I was shocked and kind of surprised. But then the more I thought about it, the less surprised I was. When you think about Arend's deep, deep love and passion for romantic comedies. His shelf is packed with them, Meg Ryan, The Notebook, it's there, I'm sure. And he loves them. Anyway, so... So he'll be there crying with those two guys watching the movie. But I just want to say how happy I am. A few years ago, I actually was tree planting with before they started dating. I tree planted in the same camp as Tamara, and she was one of those people that just changed the whole mood of the camp for the better. Her notes and letters were there. It was incredible. And yeah, so the mood of the camp, like, she was a real positive influence. I'm so happy that you two have found each other.
With that, let's toast to the groom.